Good guy roll! Holy shit!
Man, this new Smash game is looking pretty cool.
Whoa!
Hey bitch lad.
Jesus! Computer, what did I tell you about surprising me like that?
But Tom, you haven't made a real video in 2 months.
What are you talking about? I did make the E3 video and that Raft gameplay video.
Yeah, but the E3 video was just a quick one that had almost no effort, and the Raft gameplay was when you couldn't write the Majora's Mask video correctly, causing you to panic, so you shat out a waste of video codec.
Your point?
My point is to make a good video.
Computer, I'll start making good content when I start receiving death threats.
For crying out loud, is it a death threat?
No, it's just a piece of paper with the Flash logo on it. Yeah, it's kind of disappointing. I was hoping for something more exciting. Oh, wait a minute, I have an idea! Flash games, you know the term. Games made online in just a few hours to appeal to impressionable young kids. I'll admit, there are some good Flash games, but for every Super Mario 63, you have a frozen brain surgery. Why am I playing this? Now, as much as I do like to torture myself, we're not going to be looking at those types of games. No, we're going to be looking at ones based around the Super Smash Bros. Series, starting with Super Smash Bros. Crusade.
Super Smash Bros. Crusade!
Well, we're in for a treat. Super Smash Bros. Crusade. The presentation looks nice, but why the fuck did it boot up in window mode? Smash Bros. Crusade is not like any other Smash fan game. Heck, it's not really like any other Smash game I've seen. It tries to be its own thing with a large selection of fighters and its own take on classic mode. You can even use a controller with this game, which thank God, I can't imagine playing Smash on a keyboard. The physics are even a little different, but I don't think that's a design choice. There are times where I feel like I shouldn't have gotten KO'd so quickly, and any airplay just feels sluggish. It feels like it's both floaty and tanky, if that makes any sense. On top of that, the cast that you start out with is a little weird. You have your normies like Mario, Link, and Mega Man, but then there's Crystal, Mach Rider, Phoenix Wright. How the hell does he play? Not great. Not really good either. He's a bad character. Not only that, but game sprites can vary from pretty good to who the hell thought that this was a good idea. Some sprites have great level of detail, while others look oversimplified. But even with that, the game is still fun. It feels like its very own Smash game, and the game is still being updated to this day. There are loads of content and loads of things to unlock. I mean, just look at all the empty slots on the character selection screen. Crusade is actually not that bad, and with the game being updated, I can only expect for it to get better with time.
Too bad you only get worse with time.
And too bad you're the only reason why I drink. But instead of playing a game with a shitload of content, how about we look at one with little to no content? This is cool, except it's in fucking windowed mode! Super Smash Land is like if Super Smash Bros. Was made for the Game Boy, and you might think, hey! That's kinda fucking stupid. But it actually kinda works. Of course, something like this couldn't run on a real Game Boy, but it tries its hardest to stick to the limitations. For example, you can only move, jump, and attack. No tilts or even dodges, so you gotta be extra careful with how you go about things. The controls aren't the only thing, as there are only 6 characters to choose from, with 2 I don't even know how to unlock. Even with the fake limitations, these characters are all different and have unique movesets. The game goes so far with these limitations that even Classic Mode doesn't end with a Master Hand battle, it ends with Mega Man with 2 stocks, making it feel like it could run on a Game Boy. Everything feels nice too. There was not a single moment where I felt the physics didn't work. One thing that is a gripe for me, however, is that there is a dedicated jump button, and while that would be fine in other places, here it takes up one of the 2 button options. I think it would have been better to have up as jump and Z to be something else, but that's just me. For a remake of a complex game, it does really well while trying to stay faithful to the original. I'm surprised that these games are not as bad as I thought they were. I was expecting pure fanfic-like creations with shitty animated sprites. Well, we have one more game to go, and that's Super Smash Bros. Universe, a title that everyone thought Smash 4 was gonna be. But with the other games being not too bad, I can't imagine this one being any worse. Oh fuck! I want to say that this was made for Windows XP, but that in Universe tells me otherwise. Look at this. This doesn't even look like something I want to spend time on. The character select screen doesn't have any original artwork, and I'm pretty sure the sprite work isn't original either. On top of that, you have to use a keyboard since controller support is not a thing! Update, as trying to get more footage for the game, I figured out that there was controller support, but I can't show that because the footage is corrupted. And yeah, Smashland didn't have control support, but that didn't have complex gameplay. Here, while I wouldn't call it complex, I wouldn't call it simple either. The physics are so bad, both in the air and on ground. I feel like racking up percentages doesn't even help with anything. It just feels so unfinished. But that might be because this isn't even the final version. While writing the script, I found out that there was a final version released, so let's see how it improved. Well, this looks the same. Oh my god! Look at this and tell me that this is normal. Never in my life would I thought that Freddy Fazbear and Minecraft Steve would be in a Smash fan game. And Steve has this one move where he can cheese the entire system. It's great. But since the game was updated, everything must have been improved and the game's overall better. Right? I feel like the only thing this update did was add characters and challenges. Challenges are the single player mode, and they make no fucking sense. The Battletoads challenge has you fighting the not Battletoads, and the Terminator challenge has whatever the fuck this is. This whole game is just one big clusterfuck. It's kinda disappointing, but what are you gonna do? When a game's practically made in MS Paint, you're bound to get something shitty. Well, I think that's all the games I needed to play. There's none that I'm forgetting at all.
But what about?
Nope.
But you should.
Not doing them.
But people will.
Computer, those games are talked about a lot. I can just make a separate video on them.
So you're that much of a sellout.
Alright, fine. I'll put more work than there needs to be into the video. You happy? Super Smash Flash and Super Smash Flash 2. I'm only going to talk about the second one because let's be honest, who really plays the first one anymore? Smash Flash 2 is a great Smash fan game. Not only does it play like one, but it looks like one too, with the menus and such. Characters' movesets even seem to be taken out of other Smash games. In fact, this game seems to take a bit from Brawl. The design, the movesets, the intro, it makes it feel a bit unoriginal. I will say this game is fun and fluent. The animations look smooth, classic mode is quick and fun, and you also have an event mode. It's pretty solid for a game that's still in beta. That's really it in terms of that game. I would say more, but there's nothing more to say. It's a faithful Smash game that's really fun and is the most solid out of all of them. Well, at least in my opinion. In fact, all of these had something special to them. Say what you want about the Smash Bros. Series, but you can't say it hasn't inspired people to get creative. People take the time to make sure these games follow the rules of Smash Bros. And while some might not be too great, they did at least try to put some effort into it to make a fun game. There are probably a ton more examples of Smash Bros. Games, both online and on Game Jolt and stuff, and I didn't want to go through too many of them because, you know what, it's just an adventure trying to go through all these, and the ones I did pick out, I did like a lot. If you want to try any of these out, and I suggest you do, links will be in description. It's always good to support people like this who want to try and create games because fan projects can sometimes turn into real projects, and I think that's just great for the entire gaming community. It's kind of strange that these fan creations had characters that could never be in a Smash game, but with Ultimate on the rise, there could be a possibility that some of these characters do make it in.
Speaking of which, they just announced new characters.
Oh shit, I wonder who they can be.